Touchdown, Wesley!
A chance for the Chargers, and they score!
In the front, Fuzzy again!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sports Talk, kind of. I'm Ben Barber, and today we are joined by Westerly High School boys basketball head coach Brent Fusaro and crew. Brent, who do you have with us today?
I have Jesus Colon and Alex Samataro, two seniors that are on our team, joining me today.
Awesome. Guys, great job last night. I know that the end of the game didn't go exactly how you wanted it to, but fantastic job all in all. Especially the two of you, Jesus and Alex. I called the game last night. It was close, and then it was just like 2 seconds of a difference. Like if it wasn't for that 3-minute span, where they just started spamming threes, like, then that game would have gone completely differently. So I'm really excited. We do have the voice here. As soon as he gives me the thumbs up, I'll be able to bring him on. You good now? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. So I'm going to head off to let Greg talk to you. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Good. How you doing? Doing good.
Who do I got with me today here?
We have Alex Samataro and Jesus Colon with me.
Nice. So how's everything going here, Coach? Start with you.
It's going good. Tough. This is the toughest part, I think, of the season, and we, have 3 games next week. We had to play last night and figure out a way to make sure that we could get the game in because it was a Friday night. Is there any way to? Every time I talk, I hear like a feedback of me. Oh no, it's going now.
No, I fixed it.
Thank you. So yeah, we had to get last night's game in, so we didn't practice on Thursday because schools were canceled. And I thought we played a very good first half. I thought we played well into the third quarter, and then we made too many mistakes to allow them to. They could score really quick. We knew that, and we just had like a 3.5-minute stretch where we made a ton of mistakes, and they capitalized. And we just dug too far of a hole for ourselves, and it's frustrating because you want to win a game like that because I think we can play with them. There's a bunch of and we knew it was going to be like this, and we knew that every game was going to be a battle. We are playing some really good Division II teams, and then we play a D1 schedule that is just brutal. So we're in most games that we play. I mean, we're right there, and we've been a 500 team, so it's up and down. But we just got to basically refocus for this week, and it's a huge week because we have senior night in the middle of the week, and we have 3 games every other day, basically.
Well, it's a tough road to hoe. There's no doubt about it, especially in Division One. No question about it. But hey, you guys, how do you feel going down the line here at the as the season's starting to wind down and playoffs are starting to ramp up?
Well, we're obviously looking at the schedule. We know that we're going down to the end of the season, but I think we're kind of ignoring the fact that it's almost over. We're kind of just keep pushing through. We have to keep the energy up because without that, we're not gonna compete with these teams that we're playing against. We have to have energy. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with him. We're at the end of the season. Like last year, we had the same stretch, towards the end of the season, where we coach calls it dog days. Like we're almost at the end, and we're just fighting every day. We're just not worried about the future. We're worried game to game, trying to win as many games as possible. Get a good playoff spot.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic. Now, how's the rest of the team conforming? They all got their eyes on the prize, same goals, same everything?
Yeah, I think this year, we we have the same goals, and we've been like, I think the culture wise, like, it's been a great group. I mean, they're great guys. I've had these guys for so long, and year two for me, these guys have really bought in, and I just think, like, the struggle has been like a few games here and there where just key mistakes that you know I wish we could had a couple games back, but I mean, there's nothing you could do. We've done a good job of moving forward. I mean, and today actually, I felt like everyone was kind of tapped out a little bit, so we kind of had like a fun practice. We had like a 3-on-3 tournament. We shot some free throws and did like steal the bacon to kind of end the practice and just keep guys playing and we have a really tough matchup. Portsmouth comes in here on Monday. They were really tough last year. They brought everybody back for the most
I was
part.
gonna say this, yeah, they look tough this year.
And they're they're going to be a formidable opponent. And it doesn't get any easier because then I feel like our two senior nights since I've been the head coach, like last year was classical, and this year is an undefeated LaSalle team coming in here, best team in the state. So we know, and these guys know what we have ahead of us, and you just have to kind of like stay in the moment and just do the best you can. Everyone's got to play their role and just do the best you absolutely can and see what happens.
Yeah, I think you do a fantastic job of that, Coach, instilling that into your players. There's no doubt about it, especially in such a daunting Division I that you guys got to play. Some of the matchups that they have, mentality is huge. It's a big part of everything. But what you put into these guys, I think, is dead on what they need to go forward with a schedule like this. Keep moving forward. I like the way you said that. Focus on the day, and then just keep moving forward. So I like that. I like that. That the way you instill that into your players.
Yeah, thank you.
So, other than that, how many regular season games are left, Coach?
We have 3.
3 and what?
3. Yep, and it's all Division I the rest of the way. We did play a bunch of D2 teams this year, and by chance, most of them were the top tier teams. So. And we did, I think we finished, I think we played 7 D2 teams and we finished 5-2. I'm not counting,
Springfield.
I'm not counting the, what do you call it, team there, the Christmas tournament game against SK. Yeah. But for the most part, we did well against the D2 teams. But right now, we're going the rest of the way with D1. Portsmouth, is again real good. I've got everybody scouted out so far, so I mean we're just gonna go game by game, but that's what we're looking like the rest of the way. We just got real tough matchups, and
now what about playoff picture?
Right now we're settled in to a spot, I believe. So the top 14 teams make it for Division I. We're pretty much, I think, set at 13.
Right.
I told the guys today, typically I don't say things like with scenarios because I don't want them to think about it. But I mean, if we could somehow beat Portsmouth, we get RPI points, win or lose versus an undefeated LaSalle team. And then if we can, and it's a real good matchup with us and NK every year. It always is. So if we somehow could go 2 out of 3 this week and there's a chance we can leapfrog a team and get to the 12th spot. But there could be some action in front of us. So, I mean, we know we're going to fall in the playoffs, and hopefully we can just play that spoiler role and finish the season strong and try to get into a playoff spot and get into a spot where we can play spoiler,
Yeah.
And that's the role we kind of have to embrace.
That's fantastic. I totally agree. I mean, you don't want to look too far ahead, especially as a senior. These guys, this is all I got left for time on the squad. That being said, emotionally, fellas, where are you guys at now that, I mean, you're winding down your regular season and getting ready for your postseason, hopefully. So how do you all feel about that?
Well, I've been playing basketball like my whole life, so to see it like start to come to an end, it's kind of a weird feeling, but I'm not trying to end it on a bad note. I'm trying to go as deep in playoffs as we can.
Yeah,
Absolutely agree. Go ahead, buddy.
like he said, I've been playing basketball like ever since I can remember. I played other sports. I played football, and senior night was hard up for football too. But basketball has been the hardest. I've been doing it the longest, so I feel like this one's gonna like hit hardest home. And we gotta can't worry about that. We just have to keep pushing on and, worry about the games that we have coming up. Big Portsmouth game coming up, then LaSalle after, then NK after, like Coach said, all big D1 games that we could all win them. So I think that we just have to keep worrying about the games that we're playing in the future and not worry about that.
Doesn't surprise me at all. Coaches got some great attributes instilled in y'all. There's no doubt about that. I want to thank you guys for coming on. Definitely want to have you guys back on. And it's definitely not time to say goodbye to basketball whatsoever. At the moment, you guys got one game to go here, and you start on Monday night, right, Coach?
Yeah, we're home Monday, so
all right. Well,
I'll
fantastic
get right
job.
back at it.
Fantastic job, first of all, thus far this season, you guys. You guys have had a heck of a season. There's no doubt about it. Sometimes I overstep things and we're talking about the playoffs, whatever. But congratulations on a great regular season. Seriously, you guys have done a fantastic job. I wish you the best moving forward. Hopefully, into the postseason, you're gonna start hearing more of me now. I'm pretty much back now, so which is fantastic. I hate missing what I had to miss, but you're here waiting for me to come back, so it's a beautiful thing. I want to thank you guys. Thank you for being on. I don't know if we have Ben or if we lost Ben, but there's Ben.
Never lose me.
I never lose Ben.
I'm always here.
Ben, if you want to say anything there.
No, guys, hell of a job last night. I loved watching it. Again, if it wasn't for 3 minutes in the beginning of the fourth quarter, that's a completely different game. And I watched them torch Cheraho earlier in the week. So I was super impressed by the defense. I was super impressed by everything that you guys did last night. And it just, the growth of this team, Coach, this is your sophomore season as head coach. And the growth of this team, the growth of the boys has been so fun to watch. Also, Jesus, shout out. We were not able to do a full live stream last week of your senior project, and I'm so sorry about that. Literally everyone on our team was sick, but Reed Hurley, our intern, was able to catch some stuff there with his phone, and we were able to make that little highlight reel. But great senior project. Can you just talk about your senior project for a second?
Yeah, I appreciate it. And so I did our basketball team. I had 7 of us play against 7 of the cops from the Western Police Department. And I got us all together. I printed out shirts for us. And all the money I got and that people donated, and they all, all the money I collected, I ended up donating to the American Cancer Society. I ended up raising close to $1,000. So it was a big event, and I'm very grateful. And I just want to thank everyone.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the success of that.
Thank you.
And it was so fun. I don't get to call a lot of your games. If I'm calling your game, something's wrong at 3, 2, 1. If I'm calling your game, Greg needs dental surgery. Ken is at his grandson's game. John, Brent, your dad is busy, had company coming over. Luzzy was at a dance for his niece. And there was a literal snow day. So those are all of the contributing factors.
Tough. It was tough because it was a makeup day. There was a bunch of options on the table. And that's the toughest part right now of this season, because when the snow happens and you have to crunch these games together, my biggest fear was I want a practice day in between each game, so we're able to prepare for teams. So we didn't want to play 4 games in 5 days. That would have just been it's just tough to do that. And the other option was for us to go to West Warwick, and after deliberating a little bit, we were like, we shouldn't really give up the home game. I thought playing at home, doing a doubleheader with the girls was kind of cool last night. They had a big win.
That was so cool.
And if I could just, I know that Jesus had a chance to talk about his senior project. We do have one coming up in about a week. And these guys will all participate in it too because they'll help coach. Well, we're running a clinic, and it's Tyler Brayman's senior project, and it's going to be in memory of his uncle Dave, who was a high school basketball player here at Westerly, and he's already raised quite a bit of money because he's promoting it, and all the funds are going to go towards scholarship that'll be in his uncle's name. So next week on Saturday. We're going to run a clinic, and I can send you all the information and post it because we're going to be kind of blasting it on social media. So it's all, we've done it before. It's one of my favorite things to do. Even before I was head coach, like I love having to work with the kids from the youth league. Also on Monday, we are going to do youth league appreciation night. So we're going to
That
have
was
the
cool.
tunnel
Yeah.
of the kids come out and high five all the players. Because it's something cool, man. I even watching the videos from last year, like some of the faces on the kids, like they get really pumped to high five these guys. And even like watching like yesterday, like, I see like my little cousin Kevin Wall, who's like a basketball junkie who like runs over and tries to high five these guys and stuff. Like, like they get all pumped up, like, and it's a little kid's dream to kind of come here in this gym and play in this environment. So, you know, these guys don't know it, but I mean, I got pictures coming in of these guys when they were little, and I got pictures of Alex because I've known Alex since he was born. Sitting in this gym holding signs when Austin Silly scored like 1,000 points, when Tabor scored 1,000 points. Like these guys have come here and watched these games. So like, I'm looking at Alex right now. I know he has been that guy, came up and played and played middle school and came to these games and always watched. So, it's important for all of the kids to kind of have that dream and have that goal that they can work on to, be part of, Westerly basketball.
I love it.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. I remember Sallow Jerry Field being like the shrine, the goal to ever get the opportunity to step foot on the field and play. I remember those days going to Friday night as a fan, and the Sallow Jerry Field outdoors is the same idea as you're talking about, Federico Gymnasium, and yeah, but the days you don't forget, which is fantastic.
Absolutely. Coach Luzzy said, "Good fight last night, Coach. Keep it rolling." Absolutely. And Luzzy unfortunately had to go back and watch that game and listen to me. So I'm sorry, Coach. But shout out to Coach Luzzy, who's done a great job this year. Both and then also filling in and doing solo with Greg out needing the dental work. So thank you so much, Coach. Brent, Alex, Jesus, anything you guys want to say before you go?
Guys can go ahead. I say a lot.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, like, I think we're just ready to take on next week.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I think that we just need to keep playing with intensity. Our games are a lot action packed, and we've all been playing together. We're all family. We've been playing together since I can't even tell you, like last 10, 15 years of our life. Like we've all known each other. Like going from like Springbrook Elementary School, playing outside, like during recess, to like playing all like together. And now we've been playing for like the last 10 years. We have chemistry together. We're all like a family bond here. So I think that we just need to keep it pushing together and like, don't, if one person does something wrong, like we're family. Like I said, like we can't just hold one person accountable. Like we have to keep ourselves accountable. We have to like just keep ourselves like in check, and like we can't push anyone down. We have to keep us together if we want to like continue to thrive and win games. We just have to keep our foot on the gas and
Yeah.
test.
I'll tell you what, coach has got it instilled in you guys perfectly. You can't put it any better or say it any better, even with the emotion in your voice. I could feel it, man. I really could, and it brought me back to sports. But there's a lot of games to play between now and the end. That's for sure. You guys are ready for them. I know that you got some tough teams ahead. Best of luck during those games. And honestly, I've watched this whole season, and I think it's a huge success. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, maybe as a coach, start season, your mentality is a little differently than for me. But I think I have felt this 2-year metamorphosis to begin since you took the helm, coach. And there's no doubt about it. It's actually happening faster than I thought even that it might. And I know your record could. Obviously, anyone's record could go either way, but you're sitting around 500, and you could easily be well above that. There's no doubt about it to me. So, the competitiveness of the games in this season and the quality of basketball you guys have put out there has been beyond what your record would tell you. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we appreciate all what you guys do for us, and hopefully we give you some good games next week.
Awesome, coach. Best of luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon.
All right.
See ya.
All right, Greg. We got Luzzy coming on in a second as well. So we'll stay on. Let's take this opportunity to ask you how you're doing. You know, obviously, as I've said to everybody, you had some dental issues that were working out. You have your final dental procedure coming up at the beginning of March during our break between winter and spring. So you'll be back for the spring. I know you would rather cut off your arm than miss a game. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it's been a frustrating road. There's no doubt about it. I hate dental anything to begin with, but yes, March 4th should be the end. That's the big surgery they knocked me out for, but and there's really no recovery. You should be good to go a day or so after, which it does fall right in that gap between sports. Fortunately, for catch a break on that one, and I obviously can't wait for the spring because I'll be more fully involved. But I know it's the nitty gritty right now in sports, so it's kind of tough. I got to sit back and watch it a little bit, and you know me, I love it. But I sit back and watch. I'm yelling at the screen quite a bit, so but hopefully it'll be worth it, and I'll mumble a little bit less. They're changing my bite and angles and all sorts of stuff going on. So hopefully I mumble maybe just a touch of I don't want to not mumble, because if I don't mumble, then I'm not me. But maybe I'll mumble a little less. And you might catch an extra play or two per game, just because of this.
So okay,
benefit to everyone.
Oh my God, I just want to say, like, it was so bad when I made you go home that night. You went to call a game with Coach Luzzy, and you're like, I could barely hear you, and you're like, I got a little lump on the side of my cheek. I'm like, FaceTime me right now, and it's like this. And then, like, I call you, I'm like, call me back in a couple hours. You call me, you can barely, I'm like, FaceTime me so I can see you because I know you're alone. You FaceTime me, you look like Sloth from the Goonies. Like, your head was all like this, and the lump and stuff, like, it was a really bad infection. So happy you're here. All right, we got the coach. We got the coach, your partner for the winter, who's sort of filled in and done a great job. Absolutely. Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Good morning, Greg. I got to tell you what. I remember that evening, and you looked at me, and I was like, I know he does not want to leave right now. And but you know, you're all about the team, so like you did the right thing. I hope I'm making you proud. I'm trying my best, but you know, obviously, man, I'm always rooting for you. I can't wait to be sitting beside you, you know, next winter again. We got to keep this rolling. I've been hearing nothing but positive things, and I'm glad you're coming to an end there with what you got to do. So
yeah, I appreciate
miss you, buddy.
that.
Miss you.
Yeah, Coach, you did a fantastic job, though. Basketball season, every game I've heard, there's no doubt about that.
Trying, man. Just trying to follow in your footsteps, bud.
Coach, I love that you've decided to fill in Greg's spot with just anybody you can find in the stands.
Actually, there's a method to my madness. And one thing, that I love doing and being part of the 321 Media family is getting exposure to these guys. I was talking to Coach Mike Rice the other night about it. And it's really just a testament to the youth basketball league in general and how we want to build that basketball league on the boys and girls side. Chris Samataro, I talked to him, Wesley Middle School boys coach, and really about building and showing the people and people near and far, like what we're really about in all sports. In my soccer league, in the basketball league, that, it's a family first mentality. You hear everyone from a third grade girl up to a seventh or eighth grade girl come on and preach the same things. Culture. Same thing with the boys, having Caleb on and Braden on. One, it's awesome for the students. And number two, just to hear them, even at a third grade level, say, hey, I want to pick my teammate up and I want to be kind to everybody. The Samatara way, the Reyes way, especially. I have two girls. One of them is at practice right now. And that is what I want the exposure to. And to come on this morning, we do a great job covering the high school teams, but I got to show love to the middle school teams. Coach Chris Samataro and the boys had a great season, but what Coach Greg Antoch and those girls are doing, it needs to be like from the peaks of the mountain scream, because right now they are undefeated again. They're in the state semifinal Tuesday, 4:30 at Westerly Middle School. That place was full last night in a great victory over Barrington. And, I'm lucky enough, again, my daughter's part of the whole basketball family. I get to do the book. And, man, what Coach Greg, Coach Chelsea, and Coach Frank are doing, you've got to get there and see these girls to believe it. The future in girls basketball in the next 5 or 6 years is unbelievable. Yes, I've covered a ton of varsity games, and I love every minute of it. But this middle school team, wow, they're looking to go back to back, undefeated, and get back to the state championship next Thursday night. If you're around Tuesday and you want to see a team that just will
do the game,
you'll show you the depiction of unselfishness, great attitudes, picking each other up. They even had a segment on Channel 10 News yesterday, which Channel 10 came out and did just talked about them, the camaraderie, the teamwork, how they've played since third grade. Testament to our program. I'm fired up. My daughter's a part of it. Obviously, a fifth grader. Hopefully next year she makes a team. But just seeing what they're doing, guys. Like I said, hopefully if they make that finals next Thursday, we can find a way to get up there and make it.
Tuesday's the 11th, right?
Sure.
Yes, it is.
Tuesday at 4:30. From what I understand, supposed to be some snow, but late, so I don't think it's going to interfere. So that place is going to be rocking. And I mean, the environment was like a varsity game. And you're packed in, and you hear the youth girls. They're all there, all like 6, 7 grades, and they're cheering each other on. The place was nuts last night. And I mean, the varsity, I actually got to watch varsity as I listened into Andrew a little bit and got to go watch the girls game. And that game was a close game too. And, Coach Reyes settled his girls down when it came, push came to shove, crunch time.
11 in a row he's running over there.
Let me tell you what, you got it. I mean, Greg, I don't know if you've got to see this middle school team yet, but
I can't wait. I'm just going to tell Ben, that's my call if we got it.
Dude, we're in good hands. So I'm hoping, we can find a way even in somehow and, get up there. But I want to, throw a lot of love to the middle school.
This time.
Yeah, I think the finals in West Warwick, so it's not even that far. Assuming
we
they get there.
We rented a car last year.
I remember, one broke down or something.
Yeah, Lisa's car broke down, and we had to I rented a car the morning of the state championship for them. Listen, Tuesday, I just checked the schedule, and I could be wrong. I mean, Westerly and Charahoe girls just had their senior nights.
Yep.
Boys' senior night is Wednesday, the 12th.
Monday night. Yeah, they have a game Monday.
They have a game Monday night and Wednesday night, the 12th.
Hey, let's get there, man. Let's get there.
I'm looking at this right now. The only thing that we have on Tuesday and Thursday is Stonington. So
nighttime, right?
Yep. So I'm committing right now.
Let's go.
That we'll find a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Again,
if we can get the permission for West Warwick, we're good. If we can get the permission for West Warwick, we'll go. We'll go.
I don't know if that's like a league. I don't know if that's
league
permission.
I'll talk to Jamie. We'll figure it out just like we did last year.
So just to give you some backstory, there was 4 undefeated teams. Westerly ended up with a number 1 seed based on division strength. So they are hosting Johnston on Tuesday at 4:30. Wesley Middle School girls, you're going to want to see Macy Antoch. You're going to want to see Santana Hanlon, Madison Carradillo, Ella Seltz. I mean, Sophie Gwaltney putting up 16, 17 points in a quarter. I mean, mean, I'm only saying this because, like, I feel like we got to give them love. I love what Mike Rice is doing at the varsity level. Those girls are firing on all cylinders. But to be able to see it even at a third grade level, third grade travel girls undefeated, fifth grade girl. I mean, it's not about the record so much as it is the belief, building the culture, the family. I'm trying, I do it in the soccer, the soccer leagues with a couple of my teams. It's just awesome to be a part of. And Tuesday, if you can get out there, here I am, and
I'm
pitching
gonna be
Western
there
Middle
either
School girls.
watching it or be there for
Oh,
Ben. So
I'm telling you
that's up
what,
to
Greg,
him.
the environment is wild. And a little backstory, we had a tournament earlier this year where we actually beat Johnston by about 20. And then 2 hours later when we played, we lost by 6, although we did have a couple of sicknesses in between, which kind of hurt us, a couple key players. But, hey, you don't forget that kind of stuff. So, Greg Antoch, top notch, Frank Caradillo, Chelsea Brayman, again, Tyler's mom. It's just the coaching tree, and I said it on 321 the other night live. It doesn't matter what your last name is. It's just you're in this family of coaching tree, whether it's softball, whether it's lacrosse. I mean, just incredible. And haven't been on in a while. I'm getting fired up. Spring soccer starting soon. So look for signups for the LPA Academy for the Wesley Youth Soccer League. Competitive soccer starting. You guys know the deal, man. I'm all in on this stuff. And but yeah, if you can come out, obviously Monday night, youth night, come out and wear your jerseys to support the boys. I'll be coordinating, helping Coach Fusaro, getting everybody lined up, ready to go to help him out. Wednesday, senior night, I'm going to be rocking on the 1s and 2s. I can't wait. I'm excited. This girls team, you get fired up. My daughter's a year away, so she'll be on that bench next year, and she's, they're building. So it is really cool. But props and kudos to Coach Mike Reyes, Coach Allison, Coach Greg, everybody, associated. Greg, the environment is awesome. You're going to love it. So
Oh, I
get
can't
there,
wait. I'm
man.
super
Get
excited.
there.
I'm excited
So,
for
yeah,
my high school friend Greg Antoch. I couldn't be happier for him that he's having the success he's having, which started in the Reyes system, started it up, and they're
It's
best
crazy.
friends to begin with. They're family. So I mean,
if you watch the news segment, which I recommend go checking out on turn10.com. My God, I'm plugging Turn to 10. Anyway, you go on there and really you hear the girls say we've been playing together since 4th grade, 3rd grade, and the irony is that was my daughter 2 years ago, and my current daughter now, a second grader, plays. And then you're like, wow. And when they get there, if they believe, the sky's the limit. So I mean, it's just incredible at all levels, and we're very blessed. But I mean, I could tell you what, I was fired up watching last night, watching our girls varsity team stay calm, respond, big free throws. Kate Rafferty, what a night! She's been everywhere in the absence of Ella Reyes the other night. I mean, she had like 6 steals, 15 points. I mean, this turnaround and Mike Reyes is the king of X's and O's, just like Greg. They put in so much time into the X's and O's to correct it and go on this run. I mean, 4th place in Division I, possibly
your
could move
first
up to
year,
3rd.
you step in the water, yeah.
It's unbelievable. They're going to host a preliminary playoff game regardless on the 18th or the 19th. I just caught wind of that, maybe. So I mean, let's rock, man. It's playoff time. So
It's awesome.
and then we shoot right into lacrosse and baseball and all that stuff. So I mean, good things going on. I'm just happy to be a part of it. I love that Coach Brent, Coach Mike, they want to be a part of soccer, and just as much as I want to be a part of basketball. And crazy. It's just a big family of
It
coaches.
really is when I'm watching the sport and the parents and the coaches intertwine like a big web now. You said across all the sports and all the ages. You're absolutely right. From young youth through senior in high school, the mentality and the type of athletes you guys. I want to give credit to the coaches and the parents you guys are bringing to the table. It's incredible. It really is. I mean, the fruits of your labor sometimes are wins, sometimes aren't. But it's coming in both ends of things this time. At this point, I mean, I'm watching the culture in basketball and boys basketball in 2 years. The change that I've seen, Coach Fusaro, and they're buying in. It's all about buying in, and you guys, you especially, the way that you can connect with our youth and our players, and you at every age, because you legit coach from the youngest to varsity boys soccer. That right there is you should step back and commend yourself to me, because that right there is a special skill. It really is, and it's coming across in basketball, and we're watching all the success in that. But I'm seeing it in soccer too. So I gotta bring you in on that.
I'll tell you what,
it's not just basketball. Basketball is amazing what they're doing. There's no doubt. But
Football
what you
too.
guys are doing
Football
is pretty
too.
damn amazing too.
We try, man. Let me tell you what. The other night, the basketball team invited me to their team dinner, and it was just great. Just to hear legends like Jim Capizano and Sal Marano get on the microphone and tell a story. I have guys that come in like from the early '90s, late '90s. It's like it really is so cool, and it goes back so far. Jimmy Cap said he hasn't worn a Westerly jersey in 66 years, and he's pushing 83, 84 years old. And to tell a story from them, you really hope the kids really, in the moment when you're 17, you're like, yeah, you're clapping good. But when you really think back, being there, now being our age, and then getting to their age eventually, you're kind of like, wow. And I've talked about it before, the tradition, what it means to wear the shirt, for Jimmy Cap and Sal Morano and guys like me and my family who migrated. I mean, there's just so much to it. I mean, it's just such a special town over and over. You know how long I could talk about it, guys. I love it. But overall, man, let's get fired up. Playoff push. I'm ready to go. Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to be rocking. Tuesday, if you can get there, either way,
me,
even if
that's
you
it.
can't. But let's
We'll
work
be
to
there.
get
No, no,
there.
no, 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 no. I'm saying right now, we'll be there. We'll be there Tuesday.
All right. I can't
You'll
promise
be there?
I'll be on the call,
Can I
but
be
I know
there?
somebody that can. I think somebody wants to get back and dabble a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, somebody's itching.
Somebody's chomping at the bits, Greg. And I think, you
Somebody's
know what?
chomping to
With
get
a
back.
roster, put yourself in that one. You got it, man.
I think I'm ready for that
Just
one.
to
I
get
love
that feeling back, man. I need you. I don't want you to let go, man. Don't let go of the rope. Hold on,
Do it.
baby.
I want you and guys, I want to stress this right now because we've been asked to we've been asked to cover the Westerly middle school teams, and I would love to.
Of course, we're
And
working on that.
I would love to do all of that stuff. It we need it's literally bodies and equipment, right? Like I'm happy to put out like my business partner hates this about me. If we get a sponsor for something, I'm like great, how do I spend that money to help the community immediately, right? Like everything that comes in goes back out to so
It's awesome.
if there's somebody out there that has a business and also loves what these kids on the middle school level are doing and want to see the middle school games covered, not just the championship game, not just the division champion, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Literally, like, call me 401-321-2838. We will we just need I will buy a camera and a crew specific for Westerly Middle School.
I'll
and
work
we'll
the
cover
camera,
all of
man.
the
I
games
can
next
work
year.
and call. I'll work and call.
I'll
No
call
problem.
it, baby.
Whatever.
I'd love
Greg,
to get a
we
hold
can-
of the boys team on their run. I mean, they're
Yeah.
having a great run too. They had a great run last year.
Absolutely.
And
The
everyone
boys have
fell
been great.
victim to that one
100%.
disappointing game.
What's great is
But
everybody's
what
willing
they're
to
doing
help
over there
out.
is crazy.
Yeah, man. If we
So-
do it, the sky's the limit. I think it's great. Like my eyes too. I'd love to. I'm hoping we follow suit again, and in soccer, and we get to the state championship of the spring. And guess who I'm calling? You know what I mean? Hey, let's show every sport. Let's get to lacrosse. The sky's the limit. Anybody out there that wants to get their business out there, call Ben for real. It's so supportive, and what it's doing is really helping these kids grow from a young age and really be prideful in our town. So if you got it.
And how many? I mean, first of all, it is great for the business. Like it's great for your business. We get over 200,000 viewers every month. It's great for your business for advertising, but for the kids, for the kids, it means so much to them.
Scrapbook. I mean, it's a living, full speed scrapbook.
It is, what's funny? The kids
I would have dreamed to have had.
When they come on and you mic them up and they're all excited. I had Izzy Antoch on the other night, and there was 18 girls standing right next to her. They're a family, and they're all so excited for each other, and they're having fun. And guess what? I'm firing questions, fun questions, and they are locked in. I want to work on, finishing under pressure, diagonal passes, left-handed layups. They're not even talking about like I want to score a basket and everyone clap for me. It's not about that.
No.
It's in the culture alone at a fifth grade level. I love it. I had who did I have on? Anna Reyes, a third grader, and just talking about family and their family parties, and and then it's like, hey Anna, do you want to shout out to anybody? No, not really. And that's Anna Reyes. Like it's so cool. And that's why, like, really, if you're out there and you want to get your, name out there and really help these kids, that's what it's about. It's about, showing the spotlight on them. And, the coaches coach, but the players play. And ultimately, you're seeing great product out there. And it's so fun to be a part of. And I can't wait for this week. Is it Monday yet? You know what I mean?
Yeah. By
And
the
these
way,
players,
shout out
and
to-
these players never stop playing, and never stop watching their games, which means the advertisements never stop, and they keep repeating, and they keep playing as well with them. So it's definitely a great spot to put your business in, a great position. I mean, Ben, you have so many things you got your hands on in this community as well.
we're just trying to give people
talking the sports
opportunities.
end of things.
Yeah, I mean,
We're just trying to give people opportunities, and the even older kids, right? So like some recent graduates from Westerly, Andrew Fiore, who's at URI right now, who called the game last night, Jacob Aruda, who's at Rick, who calls the Cheraho games for us. Those were kids that came to me and said, we would love to do something.
That's
And
awesome.
I was like, you're passionate about it? Cool, let's do it. And like, not only are they doing that, but they have their own version of this now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're able to branch off and create their own podcast and create their own things. Ben, and you guys don't get enough credit too. You're giving these kids opportunities. You're just as essential to the community as we are. We may be coaches, we may be volunteers, but what you're doing is you're giving these kids a chance. And you know what? In 10 years from now, they could look back and be like, hey, do you remember Ben Barber 321? That's where I started. And honestly, you guys, kudos to you and your team, obviously, too, because you are making a difference. So,
well, thank you. I literally they have the code to the door. You know what I mean? Like, they have the code to the door. They have the code to the computer. I like,
awesome.
it's not Andrew texted me the other day. Like, we had the meeting as to like, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to be a part of the team? And he was like, well, that's what he came to me. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then like he left the meeting and was like, hey, can I do my first show tomorrow night? And I was like, yep, no problem.
Why not?
And then like I helped him through that show a little bit on Thursday. And then he left the studio. I wasn't even here. I like zoomed in and was helping him because he has the that's why we have a key code on the door. And then Jacob Aruda texted me about 20 minutes after Andrew and his crew left. Jacob texted me and said, hey, is the studio open tonight? I want to do a show at like 8:00. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Great.
Like,
great.
it's
Opportunity. It's awesome.
And that's the kids, right? The difference between that and I love this show with Greg. I love Sports Open Mic with Ken Collins and all of that stuff. The difference is I'm just teaching these kids how to produce it themselves.
Yeah.
And then letting them go. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like we need a board op for it. I'll teach you how to do it yourself. Like, that's the whole point of it, right?
It's great.
So that's any kids out there that want to go into sports broadcasting, you can learn from the voice, you can learn from the legend, you can learn from these people. We'll bring you in, we'll teach you how to do it. You want to start your own podcast, any business out there, you want to start your own podcast, like, we're here for you, literally, to give people an opportunity and a platform.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, we've done a good job. I'm going to wrap it up. I got to pick up my daughter at practice, guys. But again, obviously, Greg, my man, Ben, I'll talk to you soon. Remember, go out, Westerly boys, Monday and Wednesday. Go catch that middle school girls game. I'm telling you,
I'm going to be there.
It's wild. I get to sit across the way at the scorebook, and Todd Gwaltney and I, another parent, we volunteer to do that, to be a part of it, and it's electric. It's electric.
Well, I call Ben Coach. So if Coach calls me in, I want to be there, boy. I want to be there.
I love it. Hey, listen. So I hope to see you guys there. Supporting them. You guys keep up the great work. I'm gonna go pick up my daughter.
Thanks to you, Angelo, man. You held it down during basketball, and you didn't know you're gonna have to be stuck by yourself scrambling all year long.
It's fine, man. And we'll be back together better than ever next year, man. It's gonna be awesome. We got something going. We were brewing. It was fun, so we'll keep it rolling.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, guys, take care.
Greg, I thought we were gonna do like a 2-minute show. It's been
Yeah,
45
turn it into a
minutes.
solid, nice hour effort. It's good.
I know, it's great.
And we got Coach Reyes that messaged me. He's good to go for next week.
Perfect. And then
And,
you want
I
to
want
give
to-
you want to give any segue into what your show's gonna what this show's gonna become in the future?
Oh, it's going to become a lot of different things. We're going to start with some a little lineage type situation where parents of former Bulldogs, maybe they had a couple kids go through the system as well as going through the system themselves. I want to dig into the emotion, dig down a little bit deeper than your average. So I want the father that played back in the whatever year it might have been, and who had the son that went through the system, who just had their final child maybe go through the system, and the enormous and all the emotions involved in all of that. So that's going to be where we start. I know I got a lot of families that really do qualify that have had 2, 3 players come through. Got players in the youth league now, so they're about to get ready to get restarted again right up at the high school. And I'm super excited because I love walking by. I love talking to these fans of all of these families. It's going to start with the Garafola family. I got to make contact with the McLeod family. Jay Bradford from XC Media Design. He falls right in. I'm going to grab him. I'm sure he said yes already.
I'm tapping on the wall because he's next to.
But he most definitely him and his boys. He's got 2 of them. I just want to get into a little bit more exotic stuff about the emotions that go through these families that we're covering, the players that we're covering, before and after they leave. Lance Williams, Caleb Williams. I want to get the Williams family on. There's no doubt about that. I'd love to get a hold of the father. I'm sure he'll come on, and he's the coach for the football team, and obviously the father of Lance and Caleb. And I mean, you don't need to know much more than that to know that they're ballers. There's no doubt about that. That's my squad. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. It's going to be, like I said, a little bit more of an exotic diet than just having players on. But you're still going to have a coach's aspect. They're going to pop on with their players, like we saw Coach Fusaro do today. I know that's going to change. We're not going to lose sight of what's going on, but it's kind of going to be a separate show, more so than a show that just kind of recaps everything that's been going on. I'm going to try to go out and bring in some different people that maybe have never been in front of a camera since their days in high school, because this stuff didn't exist. So I'm going to put them as uncomfortable as the players get sometimes.
I love it. You'll be making a Bulldog family tree.
That's it. Yeah.
So, and I just want to say shout out to this community. Yesterday, I had an idea. That was we should create a player of the game sponsorship, and we have some places like Mystic Luxury Cinemas, for example, right? Mystic Luxury Cinemas is going to donate ticket passes for us to give out to some of these kids. So we wanted to and then we want to get some other advertisers going in and some other things to give out to the kids that put in their hard work every single day. So I put out a thing, hey, would anybody want to be the player of the game, the official player of the game sponsor? So that segment will be brought to you by, etc. And we're putting it on the announcers. So Greg, when you come back, it'll be on you to pick a player of the game. Now, the point is to not do like
I know where you're going.
Like say we have Bulldogs football, right? Like Landon Fusaro is not going to get every player of the game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He probably could. You're right.
Although we probably could. Danny
That's not the
Cummings,
idea. Yeah.
Calvin Hill, these players that make these big things. We're gonna give it to someone, and I'm gonna let the announcers decide who it should be, and we're gonna rotate it. So it's got to be different criteria every week. So no matter what the no matter what the criteria is that week, like, hey, so and so usually on JV had to step up because of an injury and they played extra minutes in this basketball game, and, you know, kudos to them, or, you know, so-and-so usually second string shined, or this was a big tackle, we're going to give it to them, or, you know, a clutch single in the third inning, or just, hey, they made a great defensive play.
Or
In
Michael
baseball,
Poole
like,
acts like Michael Poole on the hill.
yeah,
One. He only gets one though. That's
yeah, that's the thing.
Right,
That's the thing. You only get one.
Michael
you only
Poole,
get
you
one.
will earn more than one, I guarantee it, but you only get one.
You'll earn more than one, but it is not a we want to. And the reason why we're gonna say you can only earn one is we want to spread it around, because we're gonna be like, local businesses are gonna give out gift certificates for stuff and all of that, and we want to spread that love around.
And we're not even just making it. You're not even making up the worthiness of it, because so many things go into all these games. It's not just that ace on the hill. There are all sorts for different reasons around them. I love how you're doing it. That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to get back involved.
So I say that because we put that out right yesterday for anybody want to sponsor that, right? So that we can make that a thing. And there were 3 slots. We have 3 schools that we do full time right now. There are 3 slots for players of the game. Greg, when I tell you, this is such a great community that we have in Westerly, Charahoe, and Stonington. Westerly and Charahoe were done within 2 minutes of putting that post out. Within 2 minutes of putting that post out, they were taken. They were off the shelf. And then Stonington also off the shelf. Like and we had maybe 18 different sponsors that reached out to try to get it. So some of them were current sponsors that were like, hey, would love to advertise with it more, would love to be that. Some of them were people that I didn't even know owned businesses, you know. So really cool. A lot of people DMing us, a lot of people texting us for that. And that just goes to show you how willing this community and these communities are to give back to these kids.
Absolutely. I love it. I love the community. And
so like I said, if somebody wants to sponsor Westerly Middle School, we'll cover Westerly Middle School. You know, we'll use a similar crew and stuff, and we'll get, you know, more high school interns and stuff so that it doesn't cost a lot of money. And more kids get the experience of covering these games. We want more kids to learn how to call games, more kids to learn how to produce games. We just need the equipment. So if we can get the equipment and the internet covered, we'll cover all Westerly Middle School games. Just, you know, if there's any middle school parents that own businesses and stuff that want to help out with that, let me know. So, Greg,
I'm going bald, bro. This is why I wear a hat. I thought about this the whole game.
Here, take this one. Take my hat.
You found my hat?
No, it's mine. No, what?
I lost my
I
hat.
found your hat. What? How would I have found your hat?
I had to build a whole new hat. It's at the embroiderer right now.
Oh my god! First of all, you got like 9 hats behind you.
But they're not new.
All right, guys, thank you so much. I want to thank you to
everybody.
I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, and everybody for coming on. Thank you to Brent. Thank you to Jesus Colon and Alex Amatero for coming on. Thank you to Coach Luzzy.
We will have the girls Coach Rayton's squad next week.
And Greg, we can't wait to get you back soon. So, and maybe we'll have you, if you're feeling up to it, maybe we'll have you cover the middle school game next week.
That's what I want, baby.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye now.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.